Welcome to Investing Confidential. Does anyone really know what Bitcoin is worth? Let me put it another way. Did any of you really understand what crypto is, the essence of Bitcoin, why Bitcoin was created? I'm going to tell you something that if you did, you wouldn't touch cryptos. Okay. If you really understood the essence of why Bitcoin was created, because it goes back 3,000 years to the creation of why gold has been a currency for 3,000 years. Don't laugh. Don't laugh too hard yet. But I'm going to tell you why you need to understand history. I'm going to tell you why, if you understood history, there's some really interesting things that are going on that are paralleling the past, okay, the recent past, and why it's going to absolutely crush the industry. But there is a silver lining. So let's get into it right now. Bitcoin, Bitcoin gold. Look, I'm not going to go into the history of Bitcoin, but this is the future of Bitcoin right here. It's gold. Okay. Gold is a currency. Gold's been around for 3,000 years. Okay. People use gold, have been using gold to purchase things, has using gold as a store of value. You've heard that before, haven't you? Store of value. But how long is it going to take for Bitcoin to reach this gold status? Okay. Digital gold, as they call it. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Volatility is the key. Forget about the price of Bitcoin. Watch the volatility, as you can see here. The volatility has been pretty steady, has been gone down for a while. Obviously, recently it's gone up, but it has been steady for a while. And this is the key. If Bitcoin can stabilize, if the volatility continues at this level, and no matter what the price is, Bitcoin is going to reach a level, and then it's going to be what it can be, what the original creators of Bitcoin set out to be. But there are some eerie similarities to events that have taken place in the past, right around the great financial crisis. Okay, let's look at some events that really led up to this, that no one paid attention to. Okay, let's look at Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns had a hedge fund. Okay, they had two hedge funds, and they were loaded up with these toxic mortgage-backed securities and corporate debt securities. Just you can watch the documentaries and movies to see what this garbage was, but it was garbage. Okay, and they were loaded up with it. And what happened? There was no transparency. There was no liquidity, and they went down. Okay, their clients wanted liquidity. This is the key to everything. The clients wanted liquidity. Bear Stearns hedge funds had no liquidity. Boom, they went to zero. Everyone lost money. End of story. Gone. Okay, that was the beginning. Okay, liquidity crisis. We call it the run on the bank. Okay, run on the banks, institutions, cannot survive. Okay, banking institutions cannot survive when everyone asks at once for their money. Look, Citibank, if every depositor of Citibank today went to the bank tomorrow and said, "Hey, give me my money," Citibank would be gone. The Fed would have to come in and bail them out. Banks do not carry this kind of liquidity on a daily basis, but people have faith in these institutions. They don't run to the bank. But crypto's a different animal. All these institutions. FTX was a house of cards. Okay, looking back, anyone who heard Sam Bankman-Fried in any kind of podcast, you had to scratch your head. Okay, it was a house of cards. Regulators had no power. Regulators had no clue. As you can see, they don't have any power. They had no clue. So obviously, this thing just went on, and this fraud, could have went on for many years and could have gone on for many more years because no one had a clue. But unfortunately, fortunately, and unfortunately, okay, there was this liquidity crisis. FTX is the Bear Stearns hedge fund, folks. Okay, Bear Stearns hedge fund went down in July of 2017, almost 1 year before everything hit the fan. The shit hit the fan. Okay, so FTX to me is the Bear Stearns hedge fund. It's gone. Now what? Okay, look, to me, this firm Binance is Lehman Brothers. Okay, FTX is gone. Binance could be next. Okay, I'm not here to tell you Binance is going on, but Binance is going to be is like, to me, it's Lehman Brothers. Okay, Sam Bankman-Fried, when he comes back to the U.S., guess what he's going to do? He's going to spill the beans. He's going to tell them anything they want to know to prevent himself from going to prison for a long period of time, maybe even life. I don't know, but he's going to spill the beans. And the Binance is not friend of FTX, and FTX is not friend of Binance, and SBF, whatever the hell you want to call him, isn't friend of the guy who runs Binance. And Binance, folks, has no transparency. Okay. Binance, as everyone knows, no transparency. Crypto has no transparency. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. Show me the due diligence on a coin. How many of you have read a white paper of crypto? I have. You got to read the white paper, because if you did, if you read every white paper of every cryptocurrency that was created, you wouldn't touch it. You'd run for the hills. Okay. Binance, back to Binance. They have they have little room to calm investors. Okay. They can't. There's nothing there. There's nothing. And eventually, you know, you're going people are going to say, I want my money. And if everyone does at the same time, they're gone. They're gone. End of story. They are gone. The SEC is going to crack down on Binance. As you know, it's going to happen. They have a US subsidy. It's probably worth nothing, but they're going to crack down. And then they're going to ask other regulators around the world to also look into it. And when that happens, you're going to get this classic run on the banks. Okay, a run on a bank. And what happens when the run of the bank, like Bear Stearns, like Lehman, okay? When I say run of the bank, it was the investors, it was the large institutions, large hedge funds who had, money and securities deposited with Lehman and Bear Stearns. They asked for it back, it was gone. And that quick. Okay. You're seeing now, Bitcoin miners, they're gone. Okay. Who's going to be next after Binance? Coinbase. Classic. There's no doubt in my mind. If this continues like it's going, Coinbase will be under attack. It's a run on the bank. Now, unlike the great financial crisis, will regulators step in, save the crypto system? No chance. That's not happening. Okay, the system was saved by the Fed, by the Treasury, by regulators. Boom, stepped in. No chance with crypto. Zero. The system was saved in the great financial crisis. They saved the banking system from going under. I think it was a mistake, but hey, they did it. But you can do now as an investor is, if you whether you have Bitcoin or anything else, take possession of it. Put it on a USB hard drive. Okay, at least you know it's there, no matter what the price is. Okay, this is what gold bugs do. Okay, again, look at the how it's like gold. A real gold bug who's bullish on gold. Guess what they do? They take possession of physical gold. They deposit it in a bank or a security deposit. They put it in their house, whatever. Real bull gold bugs don't have ETF. They don't hold a GLD ETF. They don't buy futures. They hold physical gold. End of story. The future of Bitcoin is going to play itself out, folks, for sure. It means a little bit more volatility, but as volatility comes down, whatever price it is, that's going to be the price. Okay. And that's where you're going to see Bitcoin start to find a level. Um, but these institutions that are out there with all these liquidity concerns, I mean, the whole crypto infrastructure is going to blow up if it hasn't already. But look, there's Binance, there's Coinbase, there's a bunch of them still out there. But if this plays out like I think it's going to play out, they're toast, they're gone. Okay. And what's this going to lead? It's going to lead to better markets in the future. It's going to lead to a stable Bitcoin. I don't know what the price is going to be at that point, but maybe Bitcoin becomes digital gold, as we saw in the first slide. Maybe you can look at it, people could be, hey, this is something, because I think it is something. But for now, if you're an investor, especially if you're an investor in crypto, be careful out there.